That old devil moon.
Message from Starfleet, sir.
On screen, Lieutenant.
The Enterprise will proceed to the Alpha Proxima system. While the indigenous race on Proxima 3 has not reached a technological level commensurate with entering the Federation, and therefore under the protection of the Prime Directive of non-interference, we do maintain a discrete monitoring satellite. It has picked up activity from an asteroid in an elliptical orbit. You are to investigate without interfering with life on the planet.
According to the library computer, the Alpha Proxima system has 5 planets and an asteroid belt. A large asteroid is heading towards the inner planets and should pass close by Proxima 3. It passes through the interior of the system once every 200 years. The people of Proxima 3 call it Scythe, the same name as their god of war.
God of War, Mr. Spock? Isn't that a bit surprising from a people whose technology matches 20th century Earth?
Considering the level of warfare during that century, I'm surprised that it is Earth that did not have a god of war. In any case, about a millennium ago, Proxima 3 suffered a globally devastating war.
Blew themselves back to the Stone Age, Mr. Spock?
Late Bronze Age, Ensign. They rebuilt their world in half the time it had taken to get there originally. But the Armageddon was mythologized as a battle between the Sophs and Lucres. In that war, the planet was raised, and all the gods died except Scythe. He had rained fury down upon the world, then went off on a long dance of victory. His return is a time for worldwide soul-searching and atonement.
And Scythe returns and our monitoring station picks up activity.
It would seem that we should proceed to Alpha Proxima and scan Scythe. Nothing to report at this time, Captain.
Proxtra, the third planet in the Alpha Proxima system. This Class M planet is widely habitable except for zones of extreme radioactivity on the southern continent. About 1,000 years ago, the 2 dominant political systems, the Lucres and the Sophs, engaged in a nuclear war that resulted in the deaths of 3/4 of the world's population through direct or collateral damage. Proxtra's current civilization is non-spacefaring and does not have contact with the Federation. Scythe, a large asteroid in an elliptical orbit in the Alpha Proxima system. Spectral analysis of its composition indicates that it has minimal atmosphere and that it was once a moon of the planet Proxtra, hurled out of its orbit by a catastrophe. The 17th letter of the Lucre alphabet is named Scythe, probably not by coincidence. Sophs, one of the 2 ancient races of Proxtra. They lived in a highly advanced culture that valued the community ahead of the individual, which put them in conflict with the Lucres. The Sophs used base 4 in their mathematics, and their organization was based on units of 4 to make up sets of 100. Lucres, one of the 2 ancient cultures of Proxtra, sees Sophs. The Lucres believed that a man who made the most of his ability was a god. Their individualism put themselves at odds with the communitarianism of the Sophs. The Lucres used base 3. Their organization was based on units of 3, making up sets of 99. The number 99 was known to have religious importance to them. Base 3, the mathematical basis for the Lucre culture. There are 3 numbers in base 3, 0, 1, and 2. Thus 3 in base 3 is 1, 0. 4 is 1, 1. 5 is 1, 2. 6 is 2, 0. 9 is 1, 0, 0. 17 is 1, 2, 2. And 99 is 1, 0, 2, 0, 0. Base 4, the mathematical basis for the Sophs culture. There are 4 numbers in base 4, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Thus 4 in base 4 is 1, 0. 7 is 1, 3. 8 is 2, 0. 12 is 3, 0. And 16 is 1, 0, 0.
Our orders are to proceed to Alpha Proxima, sir.
Entering standard orbit.
A sensor scan of Psi revealed surface features consistent with damage left by a nuclear attack. It would seem to have been a target during Proxima's war.
Psi rained fury down on the planet and then leapt on a dance of victory. A missile base, Captain?
It would seem to make sense.
Captain, I just monitored a narrow beam message from Scythe to Proxima 3. I don't have it all. I just caught a bit of the initial burst. I'm attempting a translation, but it appears to be a computer code.
Any response from the planet?
The Proxtrites will not have the equipment necessary to understand and reply to that code for another 25.6 years at their present rate of development.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the comm.
Captain, Mr. Scott wishes to speak with you.
Mr. Scott?
Aye, we've had some slight problems with the transporters.
We didn't notice anything beaming down.
Just a glitch in the main transporter program. Mr. Kyle is loading a backup and we're performing tests. The transporters will be down for about an hour.
That will still give us plenty of time, Scotty.
I know. I have the lads in engineering doing a complete overhaul of the ship's systems.
Good, Mr. Scott. I'll keep you posted. Kirk out.
This is the planet Proxtre, currently 600,000 kilometers from this moon. There are many rocks here. This looks like a heavy-duty security door built into the side of a hill on this moon. James T. Kirk worried about the safety of the people of Proxtre. Mr. Spock looks forward to examining the technology of this ancient culture. Ensign Mosier seems to be rather curious about the planet's technology. This moon has a thin but breathable atmosphere. Dr. Leonard McCoy, knowing that they aren't likely to encounter any medical problems, is rather annoyed about being dragged yet again into the transporter. He doesn't seem to be in a talkative mood right now.
Aside from the security door on what should be a lifeless planetoid, this place is unremarkable.
Area secure, Captain.
The atmosphere is breathable, Jim, but hardly nourishing. We should either get inside or go back to the ship.
You fail to obtain anything. You retrieve a rock.
As expected, Captain, the source of power emanations lies beyond that door.
A power source that has lasted millennia and endured major catastrophes. That's fascinating, Mr. Spock.
Do you have Vulcan blood, Ensign?
No, sir.
The rocks have a high quantity of triphosphorus silver in them. unremarkable except for low-grade power emanations from the door area. I cannot get readings from this range, Captain. But if we do not hurry, there will be nothing left to get a reading on.
It's what I was afraid of, Jim. The thin atmosphere of this moon doesn't provide enough protection from cosmic rays. We shouldn't stay here any more than a few hours.
Captain, I'm afraid we got a wee problem here.
What is it, Scotty?
There is some sort of virus in the main computer. Our phasers and tractor beams have been disabled, and there's no way we're getting them back in 3 hours.
There goes our backup plan. Do what you can, Mr. Scott.
Aye, I will, Captain. I may yet have a trick or two that I can pull, but don't count on any miracles.
Isolate that virus. That's your number one priority.
That it is, Captain. We'll keep you informed. Scott out.
This heavy-duty door has taken numerous micrometeorite strikes but still appears solid. It looks like some sort of display panel. This is a keypad that looks functional. A lens sits above the doorway, but is it mere decoration? James T. Kirk, a man with a problem, a big problem that is getting bigger. Ensign Mosier is glad to be a member of this landing party, at least for now. McCoy is examining himself for cosmic radiation sickness symptoms. It never ceases to amaze you how passive Spock can be, even in the presence of extraordinary wonders.
Well, we won't be able to phaser any outbound missiles.
It appears that our mission has increased in importance.
We should stay inside as much as possible. We must try to protect ourselves from the cosmic radiation.
This door is huge. If they were humanoid, they could have been giants.
From what we know about the Lucars, they had an affinity for size. Their machines weren't just equipment, they were also monuments.
I can believe that.
The origin point for the broadcast Uhura monitored was approximately 50 meters beyond this door. There is power running to the keypad. Working display panel, Captain. I see you deduced that 10200 in the Lucars Base 3 was equal to their sacred number 99.